Guys, so tonight got my camera set up in my living room, and I figured I'd, as I'm cleaning cages, I'd give you guys a little tour or show you my collection here. So this is the first snake I've got out. This is Zulu, and he is it's a male, white phase, albino, tiger, reticulated python. He's a mess, so after I'm done handling here, I've got some tubs set up to the side here. I'm going to stick them in a tote and pour 5 gallons of water in there so you can soak. So this is Zulu. I think last I weighed him, he was around, I think, 60 pounds, something like that. He's a mess. I've got really dirty cages right now. Look at all this. You're a mess, old boy. Okay, that's snake number 1. Let go of my shoe, buddy. Usually, sometimes when I clean, I'll stick them in tubs, or I'll turn them loose. But all I do is stick their head in here, and they go right in. Most of the time they cooperate with me. There's sometimes I've got to sit on the tub lid as they get to banging around in there. Give my shoe back. So he'll crawl in here, and once he's all the way in, then I will fill up a bucket of water and pour it in here and let him soak. In the meantime, I'll clean his cage. Get in there, bud. No. I'll stop the camera. Okay, so we've got another one out. This is Moses. So when I'm holding him, he likes to coil around me, as you can see, and I've got to be careful with him. I don't let him get around my neck, and he'll squeeze down on me, but it's just what he's doing to hang on. He's dirty too. Hopefully everything's in frame. And this is a workout for me. So last time I weighed him, I think he was 70 pounds. I'll let you guys be the judge of how long he is. I'd say 14 feet, maybe more. And he was quite well he did quite well taking him out of the cage, so he didn't do bad at all. As you can see, he's quite a bit more active than Zulu. He's a big boy. Big old snake. He's due for a feeding. I think it's been about 4 weeks since this guy has eaten last. Something like that. I figure while I'm getting snakes out and cleaning, I can take an opportunity to showcase each one of my snakes. These animals are they're very strong, extremely strong, so typically as I hold them while I'm working with them, I try to keep it to where both my hands are free. Just given in the right position, this snake, he coiled around both my hands. He could, there wouldn't be anything I could do. He could overpower me. But anyway, this is Moses. Oh, by the way, okay, it's a male. It's a goldenchild, reticulated python, or retic, as some would call. And I'm not really sure how old he is. Him and Zulu, they could be upwards of 10 years old. So, okay, so I'm gonna grab his tub. What I do, he's got my legs here. You can see how strong he is. I'm a pretty stout guy, and it gives me a workout handling this thing. And he's not even rowdy right now, but in he goes. In he goes. I'm already dirty too. That's all right. So he'll coil up in here, and after the video ends, I'll fill his tub up with water. Okay, on to the next one. All right, guys, so next snake is Sage, and this is a female Burmese python, and the morph is a granite, and she's also hypo, and she carries the albino gene, so she's heterozygous for albino. I bred this snake earlier this year. I got a late start, and unfortunately she slugged out, but thankfully without any kind of intervention, I was able to, or she was able to pass all the eggs. I think altogether I got about 30 eggs out of her. It was her first breeding. I'd say she's around 11 feet, something like that, 10 to 11 feet. And she last weighing, I think it was 2 weeks ago, she was just over 47 pounds. So there's quite a bit of a difference in the behavior between this snake and the last snake I had out. This one's, she's not near as heavy as Moses, but she's doesn't move around so much. She just kind of hangs out, which is easier to handle a snake when they just kind of lounge out on you. Okay, I'm going to put her up. So in the tub she goes. Just stick her head in there. Usually they'll crawl right in on their own. I'd like to next time I get the camera set up to where I can stretch these out all the way where you can see just how long they are. Next one. Okay, so this is the last snake in the stack of cages. So I'm going to do 4 at a time. I'll probably upload this video and not combine them, but this snake here is a reticulated python. It's a female, and she hatched I think April 6th or April 7th of 2015. So she's just over 2 years old. And this snake is she's an albino, of course, and it's a white phase albino, and the morph is a genetic stripe. So right now she's in shed. She's kind of testy. Usually she's a little bit calmer than this, but I can't remember how much she weighed last. It was around 40 pounds last time I weighed her. So this is another reticulated python. I'm really not sure how long she is. I'd say at least 12 feet. And her name's Agar. So I've had this snake, and I've had her since she was just a little bitty thing. When I got her, she was about as big around as my pinky, and this was 2 years ago, and no more than this long. And in 2 years, this is what they'll grow to. And I feed this snake in the beginning for the first 6 months or so. I probably fed her every 5 days an appropriate size meal. So you're talking from the get-go, probably rat fuzzies live. And from there, as she grew, I just stepped up the meals. So at this point now, she'll eat either rats. Usually, lately, depending on my time schedule, I'll feed sometimes it's every week, and sometimes it goes 2 weeks or 3 weeks. But with these animals, it's no big deal at all. They're totally equipped to go those periods of time without eating. It's no big deal at all. But if I can, I try to feed every week. But it seems like lately, with my time schedule, it's been about every 2 weeks. And I think the last meal she had was probably a rabbit, around a 3-pound, 4-pound rabbit. If I do rats, it's 3 or 4 jumbo rats, as big as they come. She isn't shed, so I kind of got to be a little careful with her. But she's not too bad. I mean, every snake has their own personality. Obviously, from Moses to this snake, there's quite a bit of difference in their attitudes and behavior. So. All right, I'll put her up. So I don't know if I'm going to soak her, but yeah, her eyes are completely glazed over. If I can get her to go in the tub, she just doesn't want to go in there. Get in there, baby. There you go. Go on. There you go, baby. Atta girl. Okay guys, I'll make that my conclusion for this video. Keep it up, try to keep, I think it's around 10 minutes now, so if I upload them all together, it's going to be way longer than that. So I hope you guys enjoyed, and like, comment, subscribe, share my channel, and thanks for watching.